Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Megan. I'm going to be doing a check-in reading for you today for the Twin Flame Collective Sacred Union counterparts. I do have a quick little announcement. If you don't already follow me on TikTok, I'm going to begin doing live readings on TikTok. This is something that my guides have been asking me to do, and I have not necessarily been wanting to do, but I'm gonna start doing it. And the benefit of a live reading will be getting questions asked directly in real time, as well as, if there's time and if I'm guided, perhaps addressing personal questions, kind of Q&A style. There's just so many questions that get flooded onto, especially on that platform on TikTok, where I can't really answer every single person. I cannot go through all of the comments. I wish I could, but I can't. And so I am feeling that it might be a good place to kind of do some of this same style of reading that we do over here on YouTube, but then just doing it live and having a little bit of an opportunity for direct questions. Okay, so announcement out of the way. If you do resonate with this content, please give it a like. I know it's so annoying you hear this in every YouTube video, but it just helps the channel so much. Yeah, the more likes, the more subscribes, the more bell notification, the more these videos get pumped out and the more people will see them. As you know, there's many twin flame readers out there, so there is a bunch of people to choose from, and I appreciate all of you that are here, and I love connecting with you, and I'm so grateful to your support, to booking booking readings in general, your donations, your likes, your subscribes. I honor that. I trust all of the connections that we make here. It's so beautiful, and I'm super grateful. So if you can keep that coming, that benefits me and the channel so much, so I can keep making these videos. Okay, so normally I come on screen for you guys, and my intention truthfully was to come on screen today, but there has just been such intense energy floating around in this collective for the past couple days. Don't mind me, I'm just shuffling cards as I talk. And it has really wiped me out, and I'm talking like unusual energy. I mean, obviously there's always weird energy going on in these connections, but it has been really strange. And I know some of you have been on this journey for a very long time, and sometimes these readings, these check-ins can start to feel repetitive, like it's Groundhog's Day, like it's cycle after cycle of, the same thing. Oh, the masculine's coming forward. Oh, the masculine's this. Oh, the feminines are awakening. Oh, whatever. Like the same old story all the time. And I totally hear everyone on that. But there truly is a massive shift occurring right now. Like, it is big time, strange, weird, different energy. And it's also not very clear. There's a lot of confusion, at least on the part of the divine feminines. And what Spirit has been telling me is that there's a lot we're not going to be able to get to know at this time. And that is by design. And that is for our benefit. That is, the masculine is waking up, is taking charge, is assuming a leadership role, is working through their burdens, working through their awakening. And as they do that, they're strategizing, they're planning, they are... I've gotten messages around surprises coming in, so just expect miracles. The biggest thing the divine feminines could be doing at this time is healing, meaning any lingering resentment, bitterness, frustration, anger. Anger's been a big theme for the divine feminines as of lately. So if you are feeling A, exhausted, B, just bouts of anger and frustration out of nowhere, know that you're not alone. Know that that is coming up right now for a divine purpose, a divine reason, and it is our job to work through those triggers and pain body of whatever's coming up. I know myself personally, I've been pretty healed with my masculine for a while, even when we were seeing each other throughout the separation, even when things were really gross, for lack of a better word. like his behavior was gross. It was just gross. Like it just wasn't what I deserved, wasn't what I wanted. But I was it was so easy for me at that time in that period that we were in to just forgive, just to instantly forgive. And that was a space that I was in. And I'm not going to say I've been a saint the whole time. I know in the beginning I had a lot of anger as well. The beginning of separation, there was a lot of anger I had to process. But then I got to this point where I was pretty integrated with any of the pain. And it was just me being able to be in this place of unconditional love with him. And as of recently, in the past couple days or week even, around the same time as this exhaustion is set on, anger has come up. Just anger, like really, really piercing anger, and a feeling of really just why? Like, why am I still here? Why am I still here? And it's not coming from a place of lack, because I think what's occurring for the divine feminines is we have become so big in our lives and so worthy, and we've stepped into that Queen of Swords energy in a way where we're able to detach and let go of anything that is not serving us, whether that's friendships, whether that's family, whether that's jobs, environments, homes, cars, items, whatever it is. We're like, this doesn't align with me, it's gone. And it's been this like liberating, kind of exhilarating and scary process, but we've become masters at that when we look at the connection with our divine masculine, we're just like, what is this still doing here? Do you know what it's kind of that energy. At least I'm speaking from personal experience and some of what's been coming up in some personal reads or other divine feminines I've been speaking about. So if this isn't your story, please do not take this on. You do not want to take on this emotion. So if you're feeling super loving and healing, or not healing, unconditional love and forgiveness towards your divine masculine, beautiful. Do not take this part of the reading. But if this is your story and you have been feeling that, know that it feels like a very specific place that Spirit is guiding us to be in at this time. Of course, just to process any lingering doubts, or it's not even so much doubts, actually. I'm going to delete that. There's honestly no doubt for me personally about this connection and about who this person is and who I am and what Spirit wants from this connection, where Spirit wants us to go. None whatsoever. There is frustration and anger, even at the divine, around the amount of patience and time and effort and work it's required on the end of the divine feminines without seeing much reward, without seeing much justice or reward. That is where the anger and the frustration is coming in. And it's also like, if you've empowered me, Spirit, to be this like really badass Queen of Swords, why won't you let me walk away from this? Even for the time being, why won't you let me just let go of this person? Why? Why is this person still hanging on? Because it's very clear that the divine masculines are very still attached to this connection. They're very attached to this they're attached to this happening, but they're just not in a place of taking any action. And for the divine feminines, it's really just like, okay, it's sink or swim time, boys, and girls. We've been working our asses off for so long, and with this intention of things shifting, and it, like, what's going on? That's kind of the energy. So I think divine feminines, part of this is Spirit is working with us to release any of this leftover pain. Also, it feels like, how can I articulate this? It feels like Spirit is using a diversion. So it's kind of like, okay, divine feminines, look over here, look over here, look over here, so you don't see this other thing coming in. And I can say that as a reader as well, because I'm getting a lot of the High Priestess, the Moon, secrets, things not being revealed. The readings aren't clear. My clarity on the readings. Normally I am, and this is not to toot my own horn, but the messages come very clearly. They come with clarity. They come with precision, and they come very quickly. Lately, and so it's going to be really interesting to see how this reading goes. Lately, it's been like fuzzy, and I haven't felt quite clear. When I'm reading for others, it's a little bit different. When I've been reading I've actually stopped reading for myself because it's just nothing's really coming through. But it seems that there's something going on, and I'm not saying like to ignore any of the pain that might be coming up for you at this time and be like, oh, Spirit's doing this, it's fine, I can just let this be, I can just let this go. No, I'm not saying that. I'm definitely saying work through and process that, because there's a reason that that's coming up and it needs to be healed. Yeah, this got off on such a tangent. Basically, Divine Feminines, how can you be moving through this time right now? Rest, being tender and gentle and loving with yourself. Really moving only when you're guided to move. If there is anger, bitterness, negativity, anything going on in the connection for you, anything that is making you feel not so good, do your best to work through that. Do your best to transmute it if you can, and keep that energy clear, because something is building and something is changing with the Divine Masculines. That I can assure you. There is new energy that has not occurred in these dynamics. Even if you've been on this journey for year after year, there is something new occurring at this time. Okay? There absolutely is. So trust that, keep it pure, and take care of yourself, Divine Feminines. Divine Masculines, I'm not even sure what it is exactly that is occurring with you. We're going to find out though. Okay. So I just grabbed some spirit guides to call in. I've already called in my guides, ancestors, galactic family before I hit record, so we've already cleared this space. But I just wanted to begin this reading with kind of a some energetic guides that are going to be here for this reading. So we have the Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. I'm actually going to turn the light on. At first I thought it was working without the light, but so this is a beautiful message. I'm really grateful that the Holy Spirit has decided to show up for this reading, because it is. We need to be in this space of expecting miracles, expecting something to give, expecting blessings. So it's really, this is for both masculines and feminines. This wasn't specific. This is like union guides, who is guiding and who is assisting in this union right now. So remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So Spirit is really guiding these unions, and if that's the one thing, if I can press upon you, don't be in fear, Divine Masculine. Don't be in fear, Divine Feminine, because things are changing. Things are really, really moving rapidly, and Spirit is fully a part of this and supporting this, so there's no need to fear. We're also getting Kalima, irony, right? Facing fear. No need to fear. Face the fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Yeah, so this Kalima is really here for the Divine Masculines right now. Yes, Divine Feminines, if there's anything that you still need to face that's a little bit of chunk of fear, beautiful. And also the Divine Masculine within you. So your Divine Masculine may be facing fears right now about belonging, root chakra, money, jobs, all of this sort of masculine. I'm actually going to shut the window to give us better sound. Much better. Okay. But I feel that there is something really big occurring for the Divine Masculines, and Kalima is really assisting them in these changes right now. So therefore, assisting your connection, Divine Feminines. And then we're getting Lady Nada. This is all about that heart awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Yes, reciprocity. The Divine Masculines are really working on being able to give and receive in balance, as are the Feminines. Feminines have been overgivers. Divine Masculines have not given enough. So Lady Nada is here to kind of purify that exchange and to open both counterparts' hearts in love. And that is very beautiful. We thank those beings for being here for this reading. And we are going to go to tarot first, I believe, actually. There was one other thought I wanted to say about Lady Nada. Now I can't remember. All right, let's go. Let's tune into Divine Masculine's heart space. Spirit, anything you can tell us about the Divine Masculine's heart space at this moment in time? What is going on? Oh, I had the cards upside down. Wow. Okay. Big energy. Big shifts. Big energy. So we're getting Temperance. And Temperance for me is very much around Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael Sometimes I don't get that strong message that this is Archangel Michael, but when it precedes the following cards, this is definitely Archangel Michael with the Divine Masculines. Tower moment in the heart space, initiating them into their Emperor. Yes, yes, yes. Look at all this powerful major arcana. Bottom of the deck is Eight of Cups. So they are stepping onto that spiritual path, and they are removing any blocks and anything in their way right now. I mean, Michael is kind of insisting that this occurs for them. So right now, there's not a lot occurring that is around. Obviously, you always have personal choice. There is always the option to take that or not when it comes to the spiritual invitation. But the cards we're getting is a confirmation that they are accepting, they're surrendering, they are working with the spiritual flow and the spiritual energy. This tower moment in the heart space, Divine Feminines, is around you. It's around their heart. It's around anything that has been blocking them, any walls and barriers and garbage and muck that has been blocking them from really being able to fully feel their heart, from being able to really know thy heart. Know thyself, know thy heart. And the Emperor, I wanted to say the masculine. This masculine card here, this Emperor, the Divine Masculine card here showing up is really around this leadership energy, being able to take charge from a place of the heart, to move forward from the place of their heart, which is what this tower is bringing in and allowing to occur. With beautiful divine support at this time. Wow. And walking away from anything that doesn't serve. Okay, so how are they feeling towards this connection? How are they feeling towards this connection at this time? Too many cards, Spirit. How are the Divine Masculines feeling? Okay, too many cards. You guys know me. If you've watched my readings enough, whatever comes out in the first pull is what I want to have, and I want to have the same amount of cards for some reason. Okay. Okay, wow. Bottom of the deck is the Lovers. Okay, so many different cards I want to say. I saw many cards in that shuffle. Some really difficult, challenging energies. I saw 10 of Swords. I saw 2 of Swords. I forget what else I saw, but I saw not dark, but just like difficult, challenging energies in that draw, or in that shuffle, excuse me. But what I ended up landing and coming out is we're getting the Princess of Cups. And what I'm hearing really deeply with this is around, it's a heart opener. It's a spirit-guided, spirit-led, heart-to-heart conversation. And honestly, I hear apology with this card a lot. And obviously, they're feeling like this needs to occur before anything else can occur. They know that this like heart opening, that this change that comes from them moving forward, heart open, heart led, has to occur. And that is why you may not be hearing anything from them. That's why there may be crickets, because they want to get it right. It is not natural or easy for them to speak about their heart and their feelings or their emotions. It's a divine masculine trait, the wounded sort of divine masculine that has a very tough time really communicating the depth of their feeling. And yes, that is why this tower moment has been occurring in their heart space, to help them get clear on the truth there. And once they have the truth there, now they know it, but now the task is, how do I communicate that? How do I actually come forward and share that? And they know that that's what has to happen. They know that's what needs to be done, and there's really no way around that. So we are at a bit of a standstill. It's a pause. There is a pause because it almost feels like there's a sense of perfectionism and there's a sense of getting stuck. Yes, Archangel Michael is here. Yes, they're being supported and guided. Oops. But there is this feeling of like, I'm not ready yet. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. But how are they feeling about this connection? All the feels. So this could, they've really been in their feminine energy. So this can be that they are viewing you as this Queen of Cups, that they are viewing you as this unconditionally loving, safe place to land, home. But I also feel that this is an expression of where they're at. This connection is making them feel and embody this Queen of Cups energy. So they're really in their feels. They're really in their heart space. Obviously, with this Tower, it's bringing it all up. So they're really, and then like the Lovers on the bottom of the deck, it's a choice point. And there's a shift in this energy, because I think really what this Tower moment and this shift in the energy that we've been referring to and feeling is so big that it's allowing it, well, what it is it's not allowing them to be in the questioning, not sure mode anymore. They may not be taking action, but and they can't be in this, I'm not sure, I don't have the answers anymore. That energy has kind of left the building because of these Tower moments and the spirit intervention. So we're going to check in with the feminines. Okay, so where's the heart space of the feminines? Oh wow, perfect. 3 cards just popped out. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit. Yeah. On that spiritual path, and feminines are really going inward because they have no other choice. And I think that the masculines have this idea in their head that their feminines are just living it up. They're like big, lavish lives. Like they're living their best lives. They're better than they've ever been. And there's this fear and this timidness to come forward. There's this timidness to mess it up, or harm what the divine feminines have worked so hard for. But what the divine masculines don't know, so if you're watching, your divine feminine is in hermit mode. She is on that spiritual solo quest. She's in solitude. She is feeling. She is purging. Yes, she's working hard on her material world. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, she's working hard to cultivate and grow and plant seeds and really being empowered in her material world and everything that she's working towards and working on. I just saw 222. But it's in this sort of like put my head down and work. There's not much play. There's not much lightheartedness. There's not much... Honestly, the divine feminines are really in their masculine energy, being called and drawn away from it and being asked to be tender and to give that self-care. So it's almost like their divine feminine energy within is saying to their masculine energy, okay, child, come here, my love. Come lay down. Come take a little rest. Come take a little nap. You've been working really hard, and I know you're not getting the results that you necessarily want yet. Let me remind you that you're loved. Let me remind you that you can rest. And come lay down for a moment. And that's really what this current energy, the astrology, we have a full moon in Scorpio coming up. There's a lot that is asking the divine feminine to take a little bit of a pause from this energy. But this is where they're at in their heart. Their heart is really like, I got to keep going. I just got to keep going. And then we have the 6 of Swords. And so in this particular deck, the 6 of Swords is such a beautiful representation to me of allowing the divine to be held by the divine and to be guided by the divine. So I just see it as this person kind of on this precipice, like the edge of a cliff, and spirit has kind of guided and gently led this seeker to that edge. And now it's like, okay, you have to take that final plunge. You have to take that leap now. It's time. You're supported. You're guided. I've shown you that you are not alone. And now you can fully jump. So to me, yes, it's moving away. Yes, it's letting go of all of those anxieties, fears, and thoughts. And for many divine feminines, this could be around what we were speaking about in the beginning. This could be around any anger, any resentment, anything that's really blocking. Because you see the energy that the divine masculines are in. They're not in this super confident, I can blast away any doubt and fear and anything being projected. No, they're very fragile. They're in this like Queen of Cups. Not to equate the Queen of Cups with fragility by any means. But for the divine masculine, this isn't a very comfortable energy. This is not their sweet spot, okay? This is not where they're the most confident. So you can see divine feminines that being in this like very powerful masculine energy at this time with your divine masculines is not going to help. It's not going to help them gain this confidence to come forward with this. It's not going to help, it's not going to serve at this moment in time with the spirit guidance of what's occurring. So to me, this is like Spirit encouraging the divine feminines, let go of this. Let go of this. Walk away from it. Any of this sticky, uncomfortable, kind of gross energy that you may be holding on to with your divine masculine, you got to purge it. You got to let go of it to have this reunion. 6 of Cups. And in this 6 of Cups, there's always a little bit of sadness in it. In this particular deck, I feel the sadness because it is about this inner child wounding. It's about this childhood trauma, nostalgia, longing for something that once was. It's a revisiting of the past. So divine feminines, what I'm actually hearing for you is it's a revisiting. It's like Spirit is asking you right now to revisit the past with your divine masculine. Revisit. See, I don't know if you can see in this card, there's a person that's kind of watching this play out as if it's like a projector movie screen. And this person is kind of watching what went down, what occurred, and there's sadness. There's like a heaviness. There's blue energy. There's like a heaviness to this energy. And it's a connection. It's a deep, unbreakable connection. It's a soulmate, past life, deep, deep connection. But there's a lot of longing and sadness. So I think that the divine feminines right now are being asked to revisit, review, and release. Very Mercury retrograde energy. I don't know when our next Mercury retrograde is going to be, but that's very interesting how that just came up. So this is what you're being asked to do. And if it's in relation to anything in your personal life, divine feminine, it may not just be connected to your divine masculine. I always want to mention this could be relationships, people, you get it. It could be any other area, avenue in your life that Spirit is saying, you need to take that full plunge and walk away. And in order to do that, you're going to have to review and revise so that you never, ever recreate this. It's not about condemning or shaming or, being angry at yourself or others about whatever has occurred in the past. It's about really honoring it, looking at it, and then moving away from it so what you can build in the future is much better. Something that happened for me recently is I have not looked at any old pictures. I know like the divine masculines will often be called like the creepers in these connections because they'll stare at your picture or stalk you on social media or whatever. They'll like look at you. I have personally not looked at any photos of my divine masculine. I've just been like, nope, door closed, not even looking. And they've been in my phone, right? And recently I needed to grab a photo of myself or something. And so I had to go and I had to look, and I happened to see all these old photos of him and myself, and I was like, who the fuck are these people? That's what I thought. I was like, these people are, wow, a lot of energy there for the divine feminines. I don't even know who these people are. And the feeling that I had was like, ugh. Like, I did not like looking, and I know previous to that I had enjoyed those photos. I was like, wow, look how happy we are, like that's so sweet, we had such a nice time. But I feel what happened is I've changed so much from that person I was in those photos, and so has he, that to look at how we were engaging and behaving with each other, I can now see all of the just the inconsistencies and the disintegration and just the dis-ease within the connection, how it was false, how so much of it, even though it felt really great, there were so many falsities because it was inauthentic to who we truly were, who our higher selves were. So anyways, just sharing a piece from my journey that, yeah, it was really interesting to note that for the first time in a while. So you may be being encouraged to kind of have that own processing experience for yourself and within your connections. All right, a lot of energy. I tried to keep it neutral, but we're mirroring each other. So the lovers came up for the divine feminine as well on how they're seeing this connection. So both counterparts are really seeing that you're seeing each other as your counterparts, as your divine other, your spirit gift. So how are they viewing this relationship? Feminines, they are viewing it as the 10 of Swords. So this is a completion of this backstabbing, painful cycle. Divine feminines are very, very hopeful and really trying to surrender to the intuitions they're getting and the spirit guidance that yes, this pain is over. It's time to let this go. We're not doing this anymore. We're really moving forward. But we have to feel all of this. So this anger that's coming up, this bitterness, this whatever's coming up right now that's just uncomfortable, like it has to come up. It's time for it to come up so that we don't repeat this cycle ever again. Divine Feminines are also getting the Five of Wands. So I do feel in this card, there's many different versions of this one woman. You could be battling yourself. You could be having some inner battles at this time around your true feelings, around your ego, around just moving forward. And again, it's something that's coming up for you to work through. Otherwise, it wouldn't be coming up. So Divine Feminines, I feel like this is kind of your cross to bear at this moment. Just be mindful of your thoughts. Spirit wants to point out to you where your thoughts could drift into that territory where you're actually manifesting and calling in what you don't want. So just be very, very mindful at this time that you're not doing that, because as we've seen, the Divine Masculines are in a very sensitive sort of place. I know you're going to hate to hear this, but we are being asked to be strong. We are being asked to hold the light in these connections still. Oh, I know that message has come up so much. We're getting the moon and we're getting the sun right next to each other. And so to me, this is the divine counterparts. This is the masculine and the feminine. This is the light and the dark, the shadow and the ray, the sun, the illumination. So this is the counterparts. The question is, how are the divine feminine seeing this connection? It's really obvious. You're seeing this as this is your counterpart, which is why you're not walking away, which is why you are holding steady. I'm also getting a message here that the sun is illuminating what's been hidden, what's been in the dark. So at this time, divine feminines, if there's anything that's coming up like this anger, trust and know that this has been perhaps hiding for a while under the periphery, or out of your, eyesight, kind of underneath the surface, and it's only coming up now to be released. Like it's time for it to be let go. So yeah, it's the not the warning, but the guidance here is really like stay away from the thoughts and the mind space and do your best to feel it in the heart space. And we are getting like a full moon is coming up in Scorpio nonetheless. So I do feel like for the divine feminines who have been in their masculine for a little while, there's going to be a great opportunity for healing and releasing for you with this full moon in the emotions. And allow this sun to kind of purify, to bring the new, to bring the fresh. Okay, I'm going to grab just really quick. Because I did shuffle this deck, so I did want to use this deck. Some union energy. What is going on in the union space? Oh boy. Wow, okay. So the moon came up once again. Goddess of the moon. It does feel like a lot is going to be coming through. I know we say this all the time as readers, but it does feel like this Scorpio full moon is going to be a big one. Buckle your seatbelts, everyone. Bottom of the deck, attachment. So both counterparts are and we can see it reflected in the tarot, but they're very attached to this union and to this connection. Neither are letting go at this time. And there could be some distortion around that. There could be a little bit, it's like I can't lose this person. There's fear attached to it, which we are being asked to let go of as divine counterparts. It's not about us living or being in our fears. So that could be part of what's being transmuted at this time for both. Okay, so we're getting first chakra, Archangel Michael. So Michael has been a big part of this reading. Thank you, Michael, for being here. In the union energy, there is a lot occurring in this root chakra, a lot of healing occurring. There's shifts and changes in the life. And all of this, what I'm hearing, is just paving the way and preparing the counterparts for 3D physical union. So it could feel like a bumpy ride, a bumpy journey at this moment in time, because For the divine masculines, they've built up a lot that has to go. They've built up a lot that is actually in direct not resistance, but like it's not going to work with the divine feminine. It's not going to work for the divine feminine. It's not going to work in them inviting her into their life. So there is so much that's having to change, and they're being very supported by Archangel Michael here. So this financial constraints card really can be around their work, their job. Maybe perhaps that was the karmic situation. So maybe workaholism, maybe unhealthy jobs. Perhaps it's spirit working to get them onto their direct path, their mission work. And their mission work could be light work. It could be service-based light work. For many, I'm hearing that watch these videos, that is their mission. And many of them are very far away from that mission. They're not quite doing that yet. So there's been some deep work that's needed to occur here. And this is occurring for the feminines as well. If you're not quite doing your light work or mission work yet, divine feminines, then this is a shakeup for yourself too, because this is in the union energy. We are getting anxiety. So yeah, as we see from the tarot, this is just a confirmation. There's a lot of anxiety. There's emotional weight and heaviness on the side of the divine masculines. There is this, I mean, they're in a tower moment. They're in an internal emotional tower moment. There's going to be anxiety, divine masculines. Give yourself a break. Trust that you're being guided at. The other thing that's come up in this reading is the spiritual support, the divine guidance. You are flooded with support at this time. So give your concerns and worries to the angels. A little exercise that I will share here for those that, it resonates. I like to journal any of my concerns, fears, worries, anxieties. So I just write them down. I don't even, it doesn't take me that much time. I just list, here's what I'm giving up to you, Spirit. Here's what I need help and assistance on. Here's what I would like. And I specifically state what I'm requesting. And then I give my thanks, my blessings. I, recite, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I put it away and I remove it from my brain. I do not think of it again, or I work to not think of it again. And if it comes up, I just let it go. And then when I'm called, when my guides tell me, I go revisit that journal and I'm able to see, holy cow, I'm able to check this off the list. They already took care of that for me. Ooh, they took care of that for me too. Ooh, they took care of that for me too. Ooh, this one's not complete yet, but I can already see the wheels have started turning. I can already see where they're moving things for me in that direction. So perhaps that resonates and that'll help for anyone watching. But that's really what they want you to do with anxiety. They want you to give it to them. You're not meant to walk around with anxiety. And divine feminines, this is a big message for you, because this 5 of Wands energy is a lot of anxiety. And the 10 of Swords, oh my God, my stomach is growling so hard. Sorry if you heard that. The 10 of Swords is a big one for that anxiety as well. Okay, so we're on the journey in this union. We are on the journey to union. We are on the journey to each other. We are on the journey back home. This is only our confirmation of that. The moon here, to me, is there's a lot that we're not going to get to know at this time. I feel, because I'm doing readings, collective readings for both divine feminines and divine masculines, I feel spirit, there's a lot that spirit doesn't want divine masculines to know about the divine feminine right now, and vice versa. There's a lot spirit doesn't want the DFs to know about the DMs. So allow it to be a mystery. Allow it to unfold how it's meant to unfold. Trust that it will all be revealed in due timing. Ooh, all my cards flying. I'm just going to grab you some romance angels to leave you with. Let me give them a good shuffle. So yeah, let me know. Let me know what's coming up for you. And if you are a divine masculine watching, you are more than welcome. And if you feel brave enough to share, we'd love to hear from you. Wow, okay. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Yep, twins. Yep. See if there's one more that wants to come out. Ay. All right, well, these cards. Okay. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. Yeah. I feel that for the divine masculines, this has been a card that's come up for them a lot in personal readings, the wedding, because with this awakening and this newfound epiphany and these tower moments in the heart space and in their mind, they're very aware of who you are, divine feminine. And so this thought of like, oh my God, am I actually going to marry this person? Like, is this who I'm going to be? Like, it's big. It's just they're like, they're seeing things in a whole new light. Yeah. This situation involves marriage, and divine timing is at play in your love relationship. So I hope that helps. I hope that resonates, and I will be back again soon. Like I said, if you're not following me on TikTok, go check me out over there, because I'm going to be doing some live readings just like this one over there in the next couple days. Maybe this week. Maybe the moon will be too intense and I'll wait till the following week, but just check back. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here. Like this video, subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.